What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Interest, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. Danny Garcia just recently had his farewell fight at the Barclays Center in New York. And Danny Garcia went out there and he knocked out Danny González. Yeah, a lot of people probably never heard of Danny González, but it's the man farewell fight. Some people are just not satisfied. I don't have a problem with Danny Garcia I don't have a problem with Danny Garcia based on the fact that Danny Garcia has been in there with some of the best fighters in the world, some of the toughest fighters in the world. So you can't hate on a guy that's been in there with some of the biggest names in the sport of boxing. You people gotta chill. Like, you're not gonna have a career. You just keep getting in the ring with big names. We are supposed to be mad at the people that don't get in the ring with big names. You can't be mad at Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia has been in the ring with some of the biggest names in the sport. Like, he's truly at the point right now he can fight whoever he want to fight. Because he's already put in the bro has already put in the work. He's at a point in his career right now. He can fight whoever he wants. He don't have to fight the big names. Like, he's older now. He's at a point in his career where he can fight whoever he wants. It's up to him. He can fight whoever he wants. I understand the dude he fought. Yeah, I heard what the commentator said. Bro, he was a career 140, and this fight is at 154. So, yeah, Danny's much bigger than Buddy. Hold on, let me talk about the fight real quick before I, talk about the haters and the naysayers. Danny Garcia came out there versus Danny González. He established his jab. And Danny Garcia came out there, established his jab. Danny González, I thought he was going to bring the fight to Danny Garcia because he ran. When the fight started, the opening bell, he ran out there like he's about to let his hands go, but then he just did that for the fun of it because after that, he just got on his bike. Danny kept being the aggressor, walking him down, mixing it up, body to head. Like, Danny was doing way more than Danny González was. Danny González was just on his back foot, throwing one or two shots, like, trying to be cautious. He got caught in the first round. I thought he was about to get knocked out in the first round. He got caught with a nice right hand in the first round. But other than that, he ain't really gave Danny Garcia any type of trouble. He was just on the back foot the whole fight. There was moments where he stood in the pocket and traded with Danny, but every time he did that, Danny would catch him at the end of his shots because Danny's a solid counterpuncher and he relies on timing. So Danny would catch him on the end of his shot because Danny always, in Philly, right? When you a boxer in Philly, is a saying where the trainer said you gotta be first and you always gotta be last. So Danny would leave first and he'll always finish last. So Danny Garcia pretty much just had control of the entire fight. He did whatever he wanted to do in there. Danny González didn't have no answer for Danny. He's never been on this level before. Danny just went in there and toyed with Buddy. He did whatever he wanted to do. He was never in any type of trouble. He just displayed his boxing skills. For a 37-year-old man, he still has it. I've heard an interview of Danny saying he wanted to fight Keith Thurman. But then again, he says this is his farewell fight. So I'm not sure why he even called out Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman kind of responded to Danny Garcia. It was like, hey, yo, aren't you fighting your farewell fight? Why would you even call me out? That's what Keith Thurman said. Keith Thurman was just about to fight Sebastian Fondora, but that fight got moved back. In my opinion, it got moved back because the fight wasn't selling. They try to make that fight. I think they try to make it a pay-per-view. Now they're going to make it an undercard fight. On the undercard of Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero, I believe. But Danny Garcia, he did what he wanted to do in there. Bro wasn't on Danny Garcia's level. Danny was out there showing him his levels in the sport of boxing. Plus, if you're the smaller guy and I'm more skilled than you, and I'm much more of a veteran, been in the ring with better fighters, I'm going to do whatever I want to you and get you out of there whenever I want to. I mean, González, he fooled everybody. I ain't going to lie. González fooled everybody. He made it seem like he had a shot in this fight. And from the opening bell, after he got touched up, he got on his bike and did a lot of moving. But the beautiful thing, the beautiful thing that I liked about Danny Garcia, he cuts the ring off beautifully. Danny Garcia was cutting the ring off masterfully. He was cutting the ring off like he was trapping González to the ropes. He was doing whatever he wanted. He was displaying real boxing skills. I was impressed by Danny Garcia, even though a lot of people was going to say, this guy didn't belong in the ring with Danny. Yeah, it's the man farewell fight. He's been in there with tough competition. Matter of fact, we going to go over his resume. We definitely going to go over his resume. I'm telling y'all, this is a guy who's been in there. He's been through the fire, bro. You know, at 37 years old, he's had a lot of significant fights. So, like, he's at the point in his career, he don't got to fight the big names if he don't want to. I don't understand boxing fans. Y'all call the wrong guys cherry pickers. When we look at bro resume, he's been in the ring with some of the best fighters. The people that y'all really supposed to be calling cherry picker, y'all be out here really celebrating them. I'm not going to call a guy like Danny Garcia a cherry picker. When we look at his resume, we see some of the biggest names in the sport. He can't be a cherry picker if we see some of the biggest names in the sport. He's only lost to some of the biggest names in the sport. So it's not really adding up. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get is if somebody don't like you, they going to do whatever they can to diminish your career or your resume. You know, a lot of people probably don't like Danny because Danny don't fully give Bud credit. But hey, that's his opinion, you know. Like, I seen a video of him and his pop saying Canelo was past his prime or Earl Spence was past his prime. So that's two fights they refuse to give Bud complete credit from. But it is what it is. But let's look at Danny's resume. Danny's been in the ring with guys like Ashley Theopen, we know who he is. Kendall Holt, we know who he is. He's been in the ring with Eric Morales, Amir Khan, Eric Morales against Zab Judah, Lucas Matisse, Mauricio Herrera, Lamont Peterson, Paulie Malignaggi, Robert Guerrero, Keith Thurman. Oh, come on. Brandon Rios, Sean Porter, Adrian Granados, Ivan Rank, well, I ain't going to mention Ivan, but Earl Spence, Jose Benavides Jr., Erislan De Lara. Danny has been forced to the fire. Like, the fact that people keep saying he's a cherry picker makes no sense.